Do or do not. There is no try.
Irie Public Studs here to review set 75330 Yoda's Dagobah Jedi Trading, coming at $80 in the United States, ages 18 and up, with 1,000 pieces, 3 minifigures, and an absolutely amazing design. Now in this video, I am going to be dividing it up into sections. We are going to have sections like my thoughts, a hyperlapse, and everything in between. I'll have chapters down below so you can skip around and find out what it is you want to know about the set. If you want to see the interior, or the build, or anything, or the minifigures, whatever you want to see, we'll have chapters for it all down below. So with that said, remember to hit that subscribe button and, skip around to see what you want to watch. With that said, let's get into it. So here is the box art for the set. The lighting is actually a little weird. It feels much darker in person with this one. But either way, you do get a depiction on the solid black background of the little Dagobah hut. You also do get all of the piece stats right there. You get the Dagobah Jedi Training with a little Yoda right in the corner, which is pretty cool. You move to the back and you get the dimensions of the set right there. And then you also do get a full-on look at all of the display possibilities, as well as thumb tabs, which is unfortunate for an 18+ collector set, and I really hope LEGO fixes that. You also, of course, do get your minifigure for scale size, and of course, the side box art printing, which you guys know I love, and this is actually particularly a great shot of the set. The unboxing for these types of sets I usually like to do by using a little bit of a razor blade. It's up to you if you want to use the push tabs. I'm just not a big fan of it. I feel like it destroys the box to a degree. And then you're just going to open it up and we will see all of the bags come out. And of course you get a great instruction manual, very solid. Again, 1,000-piece set. So this is one that takes a while. You also do get a lot of plates. I believe it goes up to 5 bags. Yes, actually 6 bags. Which is actually quite a lot for a $90 set, and quite honestly, not very bad at all. Now here is your instruction manual with the nice black art again. You do get a great description of the Jedi Dagobah Training. This is a weird name. I'm not a fan of it, to be 100% honest. You get some more descriptions. If you would like to pause, obviously you can. You get the basics you get in a magazine. Unlike most of the playsets, you are not getting that little thing running. And a quick interesting thing, I believe with bag 3, I'd like to point out. Now, bag 3 is quite possibly the shortest bag ever in terms of instructions because it is only 2 pages. And then you're on bag 4. This is bag 2 right here. Now, this is because you have to do this head-on look, which is new, at least for me. And it was a little difficult to do because you weren't sure with the leveling and everything, but I did it pretty well, I think. So we're going to jump on into a hyperlapse. If you want to skip that, I'll leave chapters down below. Now we are going to take a look at the minifigures, starting with Grand Jedi Master Yoda. I believe this is the only non-exclusive minifigure in this set. He does come with some nice torso printing, obviously has previously appeared in past sets. You do get some nice back printing as well as the gray hair on his back, and he comes with a little walking cane, you know, just a nice little Yoda. Next up, obviously, we have the one and only Luke Skywalker, a new exclusive figure minus the face print, which has been previously used. The thing that is interesting about this particular Luke is I believe this is the first time he's ever come in a set without his lightsaber, which is really neat, and you also, you know, you don't get his backpack to, like, put Yoda on, which I was kind of shocked by. I thought they were going to do that. Either way, he does come with some nice basic printing. He gets, you know, nice torso printing. You move him around. He gets his back printing, and he also gets his closed eye face, so where he could turn out, and he could close his eyes, and he could use the Force, Luke, as many people, you know, no, it's an awesome minifigure. And then along with the one in the Death Star trash compactor, this is one of the first new exclusive R2-D2s since the last Yoda's Hut, and really since 2014, because he comes with the amazing new back printing, as well as all the filth on it, which is fantastic. It's great to have R2 improved upon a little bit. He has filth all over him, just really capturing how he looked on Dagobah. The only thing I think they really could have done better is maybe make him a darker shade of white of some sort. I'm not entirely sure, just because in the movie he's very dark. He's not this white at all, so it kind of makes him stick out like a sore thumb in this set. Now those are all the minifigures. Let's move in to the build. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have a look at one of the most amazing LEGO Star Wars sets I've ever seen, and it's really awesome. So let's take a look. Now, some quick commentary. This is a really cool set. It feels very much like a mock, but, you know, if it was a LEGO set. And, you know, LEGO obviously nailed it perfectly, balancing everything in all the right places. It obviously comes surrounded by this big black platform with the plaque of LEGO Star Wars with the quote, "Do or do not. There is no try," from Master Yoda. You will notice there is obviously a little bit of a tree background to Yoda's hut. And here, obviously, it is. And I will say it is a little tiny bit out of scale with the minifigures, so it's not exactly minifigure scale, but it is still really well done. Starting off, you do get plenty of shrubbery all around. It does not need to be pointed out. You also obviously do have Luke doing some training. We'll discuss that in a second. And then over here, we have a little X-Wing in the swamp. They actually did a really solid job, and for those wondering, this is not compatible with the 2020 version of the X-Wing, so just a little fun fact. On the side, a little fun fact, there is a frog hiding back there. I do not know if this is in reference to when Kermit the Frog visited the set of Dagobah, since Yoda and Miss Piggy and the Muppets have a lot of similar voice actors, but that would be a neat reference if it is the case. Also behind R2-D2, we do have a little bit of references to The Empire Strikes Back, Luke's little hideout, campout, which was not really in actuality this close to the hut, but you do get a little lantern, which I think was really well detailed, and you also do get the light that Luke does carry around, and you know, you do have R2, they have positioned here, which I think is a pretty good spot for him. You also have Luke over in the front doing some amazing tricks, lifting rocks. This is the scene where he does that or stands on his head. And it actually looks really solid, to be 100% honest. I really think they captured this well. They do have that little clear piece. And if you look at this from a head-on view, they do have a little plan to cover that up as best they can. And as for Yoda's hut, Yoda technically can fit through it. They do have a little snake there. You could have him, like, kind of, like, you know, just kind of do that. But, you know, it's obviously not ideal. The exterior detailing is fantastic. And a quick thing I would like to point out before we go inside is the water. Now, you will notice a lot of the green muck changing a variety of different shades. You have it darker here, it moves lighter, and that's because of the way they did it under. So you have, like, some brown, you have some tan, and I think they really nailed down well doing that, you know, just giving it feel like it has some serious variety. Same thing with the shrubbery, specifically around Yoda's hut, and it is, while it is not an easy build, it's certainly well worth it in display, and, you know, it took a while to build. 1,000 pieces is a lot. And, you know, again, this feels very solid for 80 bucks. And a complete side note, there are 2 of these. There's like a little window right here. And that was just a great detail. They didn't have to do it, but they did, and it's awesome. Now here's the back of Yoda's hut. You'll notice a little chimney build here. Actually, I had some minor difficulties getting these little wedge pieces in. The instructions were a little hard to follow there. But other than that, it's, again, a very solid back build. You do have a little clip for Yoda's lightsaber. They don't give you any blade, which I thought was kind of interesting, but explains how Baby Yoda has it now in The Mandalorian, or at least had an opportunity to get it. There's also a bed, or Yoda's deathbed, in that corner over there, and I have tried, believe me, I have. There is no fitting this little dude on here. He like barely fits, so don't even think about it. There's also a minor cooking stove here. You know, you do get a little pot, and there is some greebling down there. You also even do have a little exhaust for where all the cooking smoke pot stuff goes. But, you know, obviously it's very minimalistic. It's not even like the playset Yoda's hut, which has more features than this one, which, even though it's an $80 set. And the reason I left my figures on in this review, which I usually don't do, is because they are a part of the build. This is an 18-plus adult collector set. This is not a play set, so you're not really getting this for play features. You're getting this to put on a shelf and look nice. So the figures are a part of that. They are a part of the display, and while you can move them around a little bit, the way they tell you in the instructions to basically put them in is really how you should do it. And I will say, for $80, this feels very solid, especially compared to many other $80 sets. You look at something like the Imperial Shuttle, which is around $70. I feel like this is a better value overall. And again, you're getting an iconic scene from Star Wars where they lift the X-Wing out, or you could do Luke's training. And it is all quite amazing, recreating one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars. Now, what do I think of the Dagobah Jedi training? I think, quite frankly, it's a great set. And if they had to choose something from the original trilogy, I think this is by far the second best thing they could have done, short of doing a new version of this, which I don't think they do. Obviously, I Am Your Father, one of the most iconic scenes in cinema. But do or do not, there is no try, obviously, from Yoda is a very close second. And really, this is just a absolutely solid set. 80 bucks is a really good price. Now, here's the thing. If you are an inexperienced builder, this is not a great starter set for you. This is a difficult build. But it is challenging, and I do encourage people who have built some sets in the past to go ahead and buy this one. This is a great, challenging build. I had a lot of fun doing it. It did challenge my mind sometimes. I had to go back and rework some stuff. You really have to have attention and stay focused, which I am not great at. But this was really, really fun to do, quite honestly. And I am personally a sucker for structures, and there was no major technique in here. It was just pure, unbridled building, no real parts. It was very, very simple, a very nice set. If I had to give it a rating, I would honestly, even at $80, I'd give this one a 10 out of 10. I'd go out and buy this if you are at least above the age of 12. So with that said, I hope you guys all enjoyed, especially if you like this scene from Star Wars. Also, what diorama sets would you like to see in LEGO Star Wars? Tell me in the comments section below. I will see you all in the next one. Remember to do or do not, because there is no try.